video, I have some exciting news. Well, the big news is, hello everyone, welcome to Nicole Knows Life. I'm Nicole and welcome if you are new. I do motherhood and lifestyle videos, so if that is something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. So in this video, I have some exciting news. As you guys know, I have been documenting our house hunt, our first time home buying journey, and now it's time to give you guys an update because I haven't given you one probably in about 2 or 3 months. I think the last time we left off, we were talking about why you should move to Arizona. If you did not know, I live in the metro area of Phoenix, Arizona, and that's where we're looking for a house. But I think that's where we left off last time. So it's time to give you guys an update on my process, my journey, and where I am today. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So I think that when I was truly telling you guys what the process was for my husband and I believe that I left off with we were working on getting our credit and working towards a pre-qualification. Well, the big news is we are currently pre-qualified, so that means we can move forward with looking for our first home. I'm so excited, yay! It has been a long process. Well, it's felt long, but to be honest, it's probably not been that long because when we really first started this process, I think it was about back in February or March when we first applied to see if we qualified, and we didn't back then, so we knew that there was a lot of work to do. And by work, I was going to lay that out for you guys. So the first thing that we really had to focus on was debt and raising your credit score, and I have a video about that and what you need to know if you are a first-time home buyer and you really don't know much about credit. You can watch that video. I'll link it here at the top. But to really sum things up, we just had some things that we had to work on, and we finally did that. I suggest that if you do have like student loans or any federal debt, make sure they are current and on time. We are in our mid-20s, and as a millennial, you know, credit probably wasn't really taught to you back then, and that was one thing that we had to really focus on, was getting our credit scores up. Because when you buy a home, you have to have a certain score. So there's a difference between your regular credit score and a mortgage score. While your regular credit score might look really high, your mortgage score could be a lot lower than what you think. For example, mine was 20, it was a 20-point difference. So you really have to work hard at really keeping that stuff up. So what we did was we paid off any bills, any credit card bills. We made sure that all of our bills were up to date, nothing was late, nothing was in collections. We really worked hard at that, and that is where it got us to this pre-qualification today. Now, if you are a first-time home buyer, things have changed, apparently, I was told, since before COVID. So a lot of things are different. Before COVID, you didn't have to have a really high credit score to get down payment assistance, but now you do. You have to have 640, well, at least here in Arizona. Together we did not meet that, but we are okay with that because we had saved, and that's another factor that, you know, really put us in a place where we could pre-qualify with saving. Because even if you pre-qualify, if you don't have any money, then you can't buy a house. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Because if you're a first-time home buyer, you don't have a house to put up, you know, to sell, to get your down payment, to get, you know, your closing costs. Like a car, you know, if you want to go buy a new car, you just trade yours in and you put it down towards your down payment. Well, it doesn't work like that with a house. So you definitely need to save. If you are working, you know, on reaching that credit score to get a down payment assistance, I definitely highly, you know, recommend it. But we are ready to just move, so we don't want to like we still will keep working on our credit, but we don't want to wait. We're ready to move. It is time. So it's an exciting time, and I want to give you guys that update. And speaking of, you know, closing costs and down payments, depending on your credit score, your rate that you are given as far as a loan goes will determine the amount that you put down. And then closing costs, you can either ask your seller to pay, you can pay, or I would also tell you to put it on your loan. But like I said before, you have to save just so you know, like, if should anything happen, you have money. And that's what we did, and I've told you guys this before, but being able to save money with not putting Luna back in daycare and not really doing the normal life because of the pandemic and all that stuff. It really helped give us a leg up because we were able to finally sit down and say, okay, what do we need to do? This is what we need to do, and let's go after it and get that going. So I'm excited to say that we do have our down payment, and so if that is something you are trying to, achieve, is buy a house, I definitely recommend it, regardless of if you are trying to get the down payment assistance or not. Just having money in the bank is a security thing, Definitely recommend that. Okay, moving on, I want to also talk about finding a realtor. We finally found a realtor that we really like, and she's really helpful, really nice. She has a team that is helping us. We actually went to go see a house today, so you can watch that video later this week, but it's just great. You guys know I'm not from Arizona, so finding a realtor was kind of a tricky thing. I had found one because I was in a Facebook group for Arizona moms. I really wanted to use this lady, but I don't know, she had stopped responding to me, and I think that she was tired of me because I wasn't ready. So that was probably my fault, but I ended up just asking friends on Facebook because I do have people who I've connected with here in Arizona to see if they could connect me. And then the first lady, she actually just kind of like reached out to me first before I could really like look at all my options. So I was like, you know what, she reached out to me, she's nice and she's so sweet. So I am so excited to work with her, and I'm so excited for my husband and I to find our first home and really make it ours. And so if you aren't from your state, Facebook got some good recommendations. I suggest that's what you do, but find somebody who's really going to cater to what you want, because that is important when finding a house. So that is our process for finding a realtor. I guess that's the millennial way of doing things, is finding somebody on social media. I talked to you guys about this tip before, about how we decided on a neighborhood. I have had people reach out to me from my last video talking about moving to Arizona and what you should expect. And a lot of people have asked me, how did I decide to choose the area that we want to live in? And there were a number of factors for us. One of them being affordability, because right now the market is crazy. Houses are expensive. If you live in a big city area, then you know that the city itself is going to be expensive. So it is important for you to find, an area that is affordable for you, especially if you have a certain budget and you want to stay at that budget, and also a nice area too. So we decided to go with a more rural area. It's not only affordable, but it's family friendly, and actually it's the same city my parents live in. We might look outside of the city, but it'll most likely be a rural city because of affordability right now. And like I said, the market is crazy. Houses are going quicker than people are putting them on the market. So it is just insane. If you are looking for an area, definitely think about the neighborhood. Definitely think about affordability. Definitely think about distance too. While the city we live in is pretty far from a lot of things, Arizona is very spread out regardless. So I feel like you're always going to drive at least 30 minutes to your next destination. That's how I feel. Also, you want to look at schooling and what their education is like in that area. I don't know how the school system works here in Arizona because I didn't go to school here, but those are things that you should take into consideration when thinking about buying a home. And last but not least, I don't think I've actually told you guys what we are actually looking for in a house. We are looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom, preferably a 3-bedroom with an extra office. So yes, 4 rooms, open floor plan, because I love, it just feels like great when you have that kitchen and you can look in your den or you can look in your living room area. Definitely want that. The master bedroom must have double sink and a walk-in closet, because eventually we will have a lot of clothes and we want our own space in the bathroom. Who doesn't? Doesn't have to be a 2-story home, but that's always an option. We're just a ranch style home. 2-car garage in a nice neighborhood. Very spacious house too. I have been loving the houses that are that size, around 1,800 square feet. But if it has an open floor plan, I'm really open. So that is what we're looking for. I haven't really told you guys that before, but now that you guys know, now you'll be seeing the process. We actually, like I said, visited a house today, so I'll be in the same shirt in that video, but you'll be able to see. And I'll talk to you guys about what I did and didn't like in that house. And it was just the first house that we've looked at since being pre-qualified, so we're not going to settle regardless of if houses are going fast. You know, I think today looking at the house showed us, like, you cannot just settle just because houses are going fast. Like, you can't just say I want that, because your true home might pop up and then you'll be mad. So no settling, definitely making it worth it. So that is all I have for you guys. I just wanted to give you that house update, so I hope that you will follow along. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Of course, you can always reach out to me on my social media, because a lot of you have been finding me from my house videos and, you know, talking to me on social media. It makes me feel good. I'm glad I'm giving you guys some good information. If you want more, please leave your questions in the comments, and I will try to address those, you know, in the comments or in another video. So with that being said, hit that subscribe button so you can follow along on my first time home buying journey. I am so excited to share this with you guys, and I cannot wait for you guys to see us buy our house, see us decorate the house, and just really make this ours. This has been a long time coming. I've been talking about this for a while. So hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. I will see you guys next time.